Hi, so today is August 2nd, 2024. The Bureau of Labor and Statistics published their monthly jobs report, and it was devastating. The economy added only 114,000 jobs, and the stock market reacted to this quite negatively. Let me share some of the um, here just to kind of walk you through. Um, so yeah, the jobs report came in. The unemployment rate rose to 4.3% in July, and then non-farm payroll employment ended up by 114, so which is a lot lower. As you can see, all of the headlines for major news outlets report devastating job numbers. In the pre-market this morning, Amazon was down almost 9%, 10% rather, sorry, which is just dramatic drop. And then, yeah, they also published a fairly weak Q3 outlook based on the consumer demand, which also underlines the much weaker consumer and weaker economy heading into Q3. In addition, what I did see yesterday is there is this article that came out. It came out obviously a few weeks ago, but I did see it yesterday. Basically, in June, there was a historic surge in U.S. corporate bankruptcy filings um, uh, since the 2020, since the year 2020. So, which is again, another indicator showing that the economy is um, not doing well. Uh, the the job openings were also down quite a bit for June. Months over months change was down across the board for most of the industries, except for the trade, leisure, and hospitality. But on the information technology, it was down 25,000, and then year over year, it was also down as well. So last June 2023, there were 142,000 job openings, and then this past June it was 112. The bond market reacted. The 2-year Treasury bonds have the yield have dropped to 3.8 or I think 3.7 something, and that also means that the market expects the rates to start going down rapidly. There is another indicator, I don't have it open here, but market expectations in terms of the number of rate cuts by the end of the year, and that jumped to 4 and by January of next year, it jumped to like 5.4. So again, obviously this was not in the summary of economic projections by Jerome Powell that was published months ago. So this month he didn't publish the Fed didn't publish the summary of economic projections. They're going to do it next month. But he was very dovish yesterday when he was delivering his remarks on the rate interest rate decision, and everyone assumed that basically September there's going to be a rate cut. And I think the reason he was dovish is because he does get some of that data a little bit ahead of time, just to kind of make his decisions. Obviously, this is just 1 month's jobs report. He would want to, and the Fed just in general would probably want to have more data, consistent trends. So which means by August, they're going to be looking at this again. And if it's going to be a repeat of this, obviously this is going to um, reiterate the concerns about the economy, and a likelihood of the rate cuts in September are going to increase, maybe even emergency rate cuts if the economy will continue to plunge. In terms of the tech layoffs, there is a cool website called layoffs.fyi. I mean, obviously the data is very discouraging, but nobody wants to lose jobs. But it does have a summary of all of the tech companies doing the layoffs. It doesn't look quite high just yet relative to what it was, let's say, in January of 2023, even, yeah, or Q1 2023. That was a peak of 167,000 employees laid off. But it's starting to tick up a little bit in August. So this is August 2nd, and there's already 15,000 announced layoffs for August. It was a little bit lower in July and June, but nevertheless. And then if we compare it to like 2021, 2020, it was a lot lower. Obviously, there's a spike because of the COVID. That's expected, but overall, the layoffs right now are much higher than than they used to be. And then the data doesn't go back beyond this. We can probably look up other sources, but I think that's that makes sense. Sort of there's no need to look at other things. It's pretty clear that the economy is not doing well. And like I said, the job openings are also down. So what it means is that while maybe there isn't a whole lot of layoffs, there's also not a whole lot of hiring going on in the tech industry. And I think with the current jobs report and the continuous slowness in the economy, the GDP went down to I think 2.5%. So we should expect that there's probably going to be more layoffs coming and the worsening of economy going into Q3, Q4 until those rate cuts are going to be introduced again and again. So a quarter percentage rate cut is probably not going to do much to the economy. It has to be substantially more, like a full percentage point, maybe even two, for it to take a more significant effect and free up some capital for companies to continue to grow. But anyway, if you are affected by layoffs, or if you think that the layoffs are going to be happening within your company, obviously, I'm very sorry for that. I was personally affected by layoffs, and the company I used to work with at. I did create a course for preparing for the technical interviews that should help you go through technical interviews. There are still companies that are hiring, and the stronger companies obviously are going to be continue to hire because they're going to get the best talent right now during this economy. So please sign up for this course. I do go into a lot of the details. I have a vast experience in interviewing, both at Amazon as a bar raiser. I've done almost 1,000 interviews, and outside of Amazon, probably done just as many interviews as well. I go over the leadership principles, how to structure interview responses. I created a ChatGPT prompt where you can actually have a conversation with ChatGPT. They can ask the ChatGPT can ask you follow-up questions on some of the interview topics, and will help you train your sort of responses and thought process, and prepare those answers in advance, and some of the data points that you need to bring up during those follow-up questions. Anyway, I hope this helps. Yeah, I also do have a weekly live sessions. I've had several already with different members of the community join in and ask direct questions, personal questions about my experience, my opinions on how to better go through the interview process. and get help that way. Most of the team members from my team that were affected by layoffs, everyone was affected by layoffs at my team. But anyway, they already have the jobs just within a few weeks after being laid off. First of all, they were all talented, bright individuals, but also I'm pretty sure um, some of the feedback that they received, and a lot of them were participating in the scores, helped as well. Yeah, I do have a channel as well. Feel free to subscribe. The links to this course and the channel are in the description below. Thanks for watching.